So Eli, we got Canelo, Terence Crawford. When is this fight?
September 14th or September 13th.
September 13th, 14th? Okay.
Same day as Mooka Hitman.
Okay. Wow, that's gonna be a great pay-per-view night. Oh, I'm pay-per-viewed out that weekend. For
That
sure.
shit would be
In the house
crazy.
chilling.
Rapgrid.com.
Oh, I'm in the house chilling for sure.
If one of them was Mexican, that'd be crazy.
Oh, it would be. It would be. So who you got? Canelo, Crawford.
See,
Tough choice.
this is the thing about boxing, man. You go. My cousins always say, bro, I always go and bet with my heart, man. My heart says Terence Crawford.
Mine too.
My brain says Canelo Alvarez
too.
because of him climbing up in weight. I feel like that's going to be very hard. And what really messed my head up a day ago was seeing Jerron Boots Ennis in the same camp as Canelo. That's like having a clone to prepare to go against you. And Jerron Boots Ennis is probably bigger than Terence Crawford. So, like, that's a good sparring partner to help him get ready for the fight. However,
What we doing?
Terence Crawford, I'm
we
going
doing?
with Terence Crawford.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the one to say it.
Okay.
Not only because he's black. Yes, I always Mexican versus black.
Always
Shit,
bet
I'm
on
always betting black.
I'm always racist.
I'm always betting black. I'm sorry. I'm always betting black.
Yo.
But other than him being black, every time Canelo has lost or anytime Canelo has fought a slick fighter, fought a slick boxer, it's gave him very, very, very hard problems. When he fought David Jacobs, he had trouble. When he fought Caleb Plant, it took him a while. He knocked Caleb Plant. He ended up knocking Caleb Plant out, but it took him a while to beat Caleb Plant. Bivol outboxed him bad, and we all know what Money May did to him.
Mm-hmm.
So now Terence Crawford, if he's anything like he was at 147, and he's able to carry that weight up to 168, but I don't want him to come into the fight at 168. I want him to come on the scale as something he's comfortable as. No. It's a fight at 168, but I still want, like Floyd, he walked around at 154, so he didn't always weigh 154. He'll come in wherever he felt comfortable at.
He came in whatever he thought he was gonna have the advantage at, but we don't gotta get into that.
We could get into Floyd Mayweather another day. That's my favorite fighter. But Terence Crawford, if you're watching this,
Talk, Eli.
come in at the weight you feel comfortable at.
Okay.
Man, you got shot in the head, bro. And you survived, bro. You don't Canelo Alvarez,
Come on.
bro. You never been knocked down. We done did the stanky leg a couple times, but you never been knocked down. And Canelo's last 5 outings haven't been the sharpest. I know he's gonna try to get sharp for this one, but TC, bro, this is your moment, bro. You have the chance. If you win this, I'm gonna say you're the greatest fighter of all time. It's not even close.
You getting Floyd out of here?
I love Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is my favorite fighter of all time. But if Terence Crawford completes this at the age he is, coming up 2 weight classes, really to me 3, because he only had 1 fight at 154, coming up all the way to 168 and being undisputed to beat one of the greatest fighters of all time. If you win this fight, Terence Crawford, you are the greatest fighter of all time. Of all time.
Wow.
I'm definitely mad at that, but
So,
I like
all
the
time.
enthusiasm.
My pick, I'm like you said, it's split. I'm going my head and my heart. It has nothing to do with racism, but I'm going with Crawford as well. Just because of, like, sometimes I think there's a will to win, and then there's also a fear and a fight not to lose. And I think Crawford has that. He doesn't want that blemish on there. He does. That's not no good look for him and what he's doing in his legacy. And like you said, so I'm going Crawford for that. Like Canelo. He's got, how many losses does he have now?
He has
2.
2 losses and 1 draw.
Okay, so and I feel like he's professionally rounded with that. But we spoke about wrestling earlier, but you know how, like, sometimes there's like that professional, like, wrestler where he's like the perfect challenger for the champion to beat. Like they bring him out there, he puts up the best fight, but he never really like Macho Man, and then there's Hulk Hogan, and then you know it's like.
Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, or like another
So
wrestler,
Hulk Hogan,
Ric Flair.
Ultimate Warrior.
King Kong Bundy,
There you go.
Hulk Hogan, all the people he went against, the Iron Sheik.
Bulldog.
British
All
Bulldog.
these
Yeah,
people,
it's the second one that's just like, well, he's good, but he's just not the guy. I think Canelo is that. He's good, but we can't let him beat Floyd. Not gonna happen. So now it's like Crawford. Like I feel like this will be that. Like he got there. He's like the Buffalo Bills of boxing. Like he's right
Yo,
there.
that's mad funny.
But just can't get over the hump. So my heart, you got two Canelo. I mean, you got two Crawfords over here. That's how we rocking.
Crawford is better than the Buffalo Bills.
No, he definitely is.
You mean
But
Canelo?
He got
He
chips.
does got a chip.
He
But
mean
you-
Canelo's the
You
Buffalo
get what
Bills.
I'm saying.
Canelo's the Buffalo. Well, I mean, y'all make some good points. And clearly, the young gentleman here is well educated. You gotta do a little bit of knowledge because the greatest of all time in boxing is you got the people who really know boxing, who include people from the 1800s. You got people who really know boxing, who include people from other countries whose names y'all probably haven't heard.
Inu, what is his name?
Anyway,
No, but that's now. I'm talking about from
Yeah,
the early 1900s,
he
stuff
good
like
though.
that.
We was just talking about you.
Like you got to bring up people like Jersey Joe Walcott. You got to bring up the three kings or the four kings. You know what I'm saying? Like
Durant,
Durant's one of the greatest
Durant
boxers
was
of all
this
time.
close to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Just close, bro.
Hector Camacho, all these kind of people you gotta take into account. Roy Jones, and then the '90s was just full of, even though it was full of steroids. People hate when I tell it, but them heavyweights were like superheroes in the '90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, all that being said, I don't think this determines who's the greatest boxer of all time, but there is a lot on the line as far as prestige, and I think Crawford is suffering from being too good for too long. So a lot of people avoided him. And he didn't get the names on his resume that he should have got, and he didn't get the money. And I feel like this fight, Canelo said it, payday, is true. Because Crawford is, if you'd have caught Crawford 2 years ago, he said he would never fight Canelo. He said Canelo's too big for him. He said there's weight classes for a reason. That's a logical stance to make. But once he beat what's my man? Errol Spence. So
It was a great fight.
once he trounced him so easily,
Yeah.
Great performance.
there was
You're right for him.
that's the most perfect, sharpest I've offensively.
That's what I'm
I've
saying.
Ever seen a boxer fight in my life?
He was on fire.
I watched the seventh round probably 80 times in a row.
yeah. So after that performance, did you really believe Errol had a chance in the rematch?
No.
Exactly. So he couldn't get a payday that he wanted and he knew it. So he was looking for the biggest money after that.
And
Then he saw, and I wanted to ask you this, then he saw Charlo. And he said, Charlo didn't even try to fight him.
Right.
He's like, man, if he was chasing me like that, I could probably do something. I put the batter in his back. I wanted to know, did you think Charlo was a slick fighter?
No, Jamal Charlo is a slick fighter, the older brother at 60. But the one he was about to fight, Jermell Charlo, at 54, no, he's a crash out. Like we seen
That's
that.
the one that Caleb Plant punched.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that. But no, that's Jermell. I meant Jamal.
He goes after it in his
Mel-
fights when he probably shouldn't.
Mel, that's why he lost to Tony Harris. Tony
Right.
Harris is slick fighter.
Right.
When he fought Tony Harris, Mel crashed out. He went against the game plan. Derek James was his trainer. Went against the game plan and lost the fight. But his heart is what keeps him in fights.
Okay.
That would have been a good fight, him versus Crawford. I feel like that would have been a good fight. But
we lost it because Crawford was going after the big money, which
Right.
is overall, which is the reason why I don't have Mayweather high up on my list. Overall, I bothers me about how modern day boxers, going for the money so hard, they miss out on real money, because you fight someone who's a tough fight when people want to see it, and you make 3 or 4 fights at top money, and then your name gets bigger, and then you become the A side. That's what basically Mayweather did. He fought all the tough fights when he was younger. Then he became the A side. Then he picked and choose, which I think hurt boxing. But that's neither here nor there.
Ooh, that's a
I will
good
say,
conversation.
so about this particular fight, I'm gonna say this. Y'all was picking with your heart and your head. Me, people ask me for my picks so they could put their money on it. So I put this is between my wallet
Yeah.
and my
It's
head.
nothing
You know
but
what I'm
head.
saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So sometimes when you're considering, when you putting money on the line, it's not just for entertainment anymore. You have to consider all the possibilities.
Right.
So the first thing you say is Canelo's too big. But then you have to think about Canelo's on the other side of his career. He's on the downside. He's slowed down. He's always been foot slow. And the thing that he developed after he fought Mayweather was the head movement and the upper trunk movement. That's what made him Canelo. That's what turned him into the monster that we saw after that. That's been kind of disappearing and eroding. And he's been doing this thing where he's plotting and just chasing after people. He doesn't cut the ring off. He's known to like chase after you with a big punch and leave himself open and just eat the punch. The other thing about him is he has a incredible chin. He seems to lean on it now.
Super tough.
Best chin.
He seems to lean on
Leaning
it.
on it is
He
crazy.
leans on it. Like he leans on his chin crazy. Like he
Pause.
doesn't. Is that a pause?
Super.
Leaning on his chin?
Not in
leaned
not
on
in boxing
his
talk.
chin.
Do that. Keep going, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not in
I feel
boxing
you.
talk. Not a pause.
These are
feel you.
non-fighters. They don't know. But yeah, he relies on his chin too much. Like he accepts blows from people. Okay.
You know, I was gonna say something.
He
lost him,
accepts
bro.
punches that he
said-
don't have
who
to.
said they got? He said they got thick chins. I think they Mexican. Who said that?
That's a bar.
Mexican
though.
community gonna
Yeah,
hate
somebody
you
said
after
that.
this.
That's a
come
bar,
on.
I
though.
think,
It is a
I
bar.
think I think the reason why he's so like careless with not protecting himself is because he probably thinks his head. I fought Triple G 3 times and I ain't get rocked or knocked out. Nobody's knocking me out. That's probably how he
feels.
thinks in his head.
I think he's kind of proved that because Triple
Yeah.
G is a knockout artist.
Yeah.
So and a hard hitting ass nigga. But the thing is, the thing that made it so tough was he would dodge your punches and then hit you while you were throwing because he would, and then hit you while you were throwing, and then when you did catch him, he could eat it and hit you back. So now his offense isn't as potent because he's not doing the movement that he should be doing, and people can dance around the ring on him even more than they could throughout his career. So these things are making you say, he's food. That's what Crawford's saying. That's what Crawford's saying. The thing about
You
Crawford,
believe it?
I believe it. The reason why he lost to Bivol,
Okay.
I believe that's the reason why he lost to Bivol.
I'm gonna take it a step further.
Uh-huh.
I feel like Canelo would have lost to Amir Khan if Amir Khan didn't have one of the weakest chins in boxing history.
If it wasn't for his chin,
Yeah, but-
Amir Khan would be looked at as one of the greatest fighters of his
Yeah, but you
generation.
can't say that because
He
what happened?
lasted
Because
7.
Javante, you could say he's lost every fight he's ever been in until he knocked him the fuck out.
But
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
why Tank is a fraud, and we're gonna get to that. And we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to
but
that in a minute.
Who is Tank's? Who's Tank a protege of? All right.
Tank's not a pro.
Hold
Tank's,
Hold on, before you do that, let's finish this.
All right.
Okay, so
yeah,
long story
yeah.
short, Crawford, right? He's coming off the best fight of his career,
Okay.
and he looks like a world beater, right? He looks like pound for pound. But the problem is he did that at 147.
Yes.
When he went up to 154, the next weight class up, he didn't look so good.
I guess Madrimov.
Now you would say, hey, Madrimov has an awkward timing. Canelo doesn't have that timing. But this is all I'm saying. His punches didn't hurt as much at 154. Madrimov wore those punches well. Forget the timing, forget all that. I'm saying Crawford landed clean on him as he's going to do every fighter he ever fights because he's that good. And Madrimov wasn't feeling it. So what I propose to you, gentlemen, is what happens if
Great.
you're Crawford and you land the slickest 10-punch combo of all time.
On the toughest chin of all time.
And this nigga just walks forward and hits you with 168 pounds, a Canelo punch. What are you going to turn into Charlo? Charlo fights with his heart.
Yeah.
What happened?
But-
Charlo felt that Canelo fucking cinnamon-haired ass Mexican power
And took the
and
knee.
didn't want no
And took
more.
the knee.
eh?
But-
he didn't want no
Hey,
more.
this is the difference. This is why I said, Charlo. I went to the movie theater to watch that fight and watch the man take a knee, and I said, that's a man who has no pride. He wants his bag. He has the heart of a lion.
But you just said he had
he
heart.
Has the
he
heart
fought
of a,
with his heart.
He fights with his heart. And his heart was telling him, sit your ass down.
Listen,
Wait,
it wasn't his heart telling him sit his ass down. It was that punch that sat his ass
Terence
down.
Crawford, when you're talking about a man that
He
got
tough,
shot
bro.
in the back
He's
of the
super
head
tough.
and drove himself to the hospital, he gonna die on his shield.
Listen.
He not gonna take no knee.
Omaha's finest.
Let me
He
get-
gonna die on his
Let me
shield.
give Crawford
I know
his powers.
that for
Let me
sure.
Let me give Crawford his props, his propers. This nigga is not only is he super tough, you could tell he's always the nigga who could beat everybody else in the room. No
Yeah.
matter who's in the room,
Wrestling,
if you
anything.
could box with him, he's gonna wrestle you. If you could wrestle with him, he's gonna box you. You know what I'm saying? He told the story of how his mother kept making him fight everybody in the fucking neighborhood,
Yeah.
and nobody could beat him. He's a nigga who's just used to success. He broke his
That's what I'm
hand. He
telling
learned
you.
how to fight with his left hand.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. You run into a wall when somebody is just as well trained as you and is bigger and stronger than you.
So
That
who-
shit,
so
there's
who-
a wall.
So who
there's
you got,
a
Aak?
limit to
Who you
superhuman
putting
power.
your money on, Aak?
So when they announced the fight, I immediately said, who wants to take the action? I got fucking Canelo all day, every day, nigga. I bet this nigga $100. I bet this nigga $100.
You look like
this
you
nigga
might want to
Cino.
bet Eli.
I bet everybody $100. But here's the thing, though.
You can bet.
Here's the thing. I did all that when they first talked about the fight. Something else I hate about modern boxing. These niggas will build up a fight 4 fights from now, and then they'll both have 3 fights in between. I hate that shit. Like, let me focus on one. Why are you doing that? Why are you fucking up a good thing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is the reason why we don't ever see the greats fight the greats or the big names fight the big names, because fucking AJ is Anthony Johnson's getting knocked out by niggas before he can even get to the fight.
Yeah,
That's
Anthony
why
Joshua, yeah.
Anthony Joshua. That's why we never got Joshua versus Wilder. We should have been had that fight.
Facts.
But niggas, so modern boxing, they're so focused on the bag and building up this big event that they're forgetting to fight the fights. Like, you gotta fight the fights, my nigga. So what I'm trying to say is, like, when I saw Crawford versus Imagramov, whatever his name
Imagramov,
is,
yeah.
and I saw Canelo versus old boy,
Williams go.
what it did was it reduced
Right.
my fucking excitement for the fight.
Right.
Because y'all showed me their flaws. So basically what I said was, what I'm saying to y'all is, if anybody can do it, Crawford can do it.
Word.
And every day that I think about it and I go back and forth, I kind of change my mind and I flip back and forth. I put my money immediately because I just said, sometimes when there's a complicated pick, you got to simplify it. Who's the bigger, harder puncher?
But I'm gonna say this though.
I like that.
If you're betting on the fight, forget picking. If you're betting, I did it myself. Tank Roach, boxing is one of the most rigged sports of all time. Period.
Facts.
Tank Roach ended in a draw. Pacquiao and Barrios
called
ended
it
in a
early.
draw. I already hear them talking about fight number 2. Please, if you're betting heavy money on either fighter, go ahead. But just put 50 on the draw. 50 wins back 800. Just put 50 on the draw just to cover your ass. Because I lost 4 bands
all have to do
betting
that.
on bum ass Tank Davis. Lost 4 betting on Tank Davis, and I lost 8 betting on Pacquiao. Pacquiao won that fight, and Lamont Roach won that fight. But like in boxing, you have to take it away from the champion. Don't let it go to decision, and you sitting there like, you looking at this. Just bet on the draw. Just bet on the draw. Put a little bit of money on the draw.